Welcome to Saudi Arabia, the largest country in the Middle East. We are the largest exporter of petroleum. Despite being around 9 times as well.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Contest of Speed. We're here with EU3 from the Jeddah Corniche circuit on the banks of the Red Sea. Shane is not here tonight. He says he's too busy working. So these people too busy with their jobs. But it's fine. I've got a perfectly adequate stand-in. It's like it's the old gang back together. Matt's here.
Hi.
Howdy.
Hi. Yeah, these guys, they'll have to listen to my voice for the second evening in a row.
Yes,
so
you watched my tragic demise last
I watched
night.
the tragic demise of EU4 last night, which was great. You may also have to restart the lobby.
Might I? What's happened to people?
Because apparently it's locked in cockpit cam.
Oh, lovely. Well, I might be able to tweak settings. Bear with.
I'm also going to have a look at the settings.
Shouldn't be locked in. Oh, it is locked in cockpit cam. Oh, it's tweaked that one. Right, new lobby it is. Oh, tragedy.
Tragedy.
I
can't do, because that'll be copyright.
Do you think you're going to sound like Steps?
No. I'm just having a quick look at the settings.
It's Deathstorm saying I'm jazzing things up. He's right, I am, but it's not for the better.
The AM3 guys had a problem last night, because I had a problem last night as well.
I doubted your problem, and I now shall wash my mouth out for calling potential doubt on your issue.
Apologies, everybody. EU4 last night had no formation up.
All safety cars.
Yep, even though I went onto the lobby settings after the thing, because I have it saved and reloaded it, and it was all there. So we've had 1 week, and it's already going to... Yes. But I should have seen that coming when I saw EU4's qualifying session. What's the word I'm looking for? If people retired in the session, they got given a dump instead of a qualifying time. Suboptimal.
Yes.
I'm still watching Modia's put in some laps, so I can tell you what's going on.
Well, fair play to the drivers. They might as well get some practice in while they've got a chance. So, whilst we're inviting everybody into the lobby, get them all back in and ready to rock and roll. We should have 18, I think, tonight.
We do have 18.
Yeah. Nisula would have been 19, but he's carrying a ban across. So,
yes,
it's unfortunate for him, but he's moving up a tier, so every cloud.
There's a lot of movement happening, which means we have 21 drivers at EU4 for next week, and EU3 have much personnel available. We should have much personnel available.
Always a positive. But yeah, we do. We have reserves queuing up to take seats, and that's always a positive sign.
I've also... I'll tell you what, I'm going to jump on board with this, so I'm going to see how bad it is. Here we go. Dan's on an outlapping cockpit cam. Here we go. See what happens.
He's going to be loving life.
Oh, he's going to be hating it already.
Oh yeah, he's going to be cursing me, cursing you.
He's already moaned at the fact that we started 5 minutes after the 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that annoys me as well. That gets me right in the LCD. That does. Oh, I love that. Red Panda Pigeon Slayer. What a name that is.
No, it's still not as good as some of the other ones I've had in the past.
It's not the greatest we've ever had, but that is up there. That is top quality stuff. Hello, everybody joining the stream.
I mean, we've got
it's Kaganis. He's changed his name. Please change your name online to that.
Oh, it's not good as the Piney Teenus in EU3.
The Piney Teenus. Oh, that's
a very good one.
Mm.
I thought. Right, let me invite away to all the people.
Yes.
Especially on the PlayStations.
Oh, Ricky straight in, telling him. Yeah, lobby restart, Kaganis. Yeah, the cockpit cam was forced for everybody, which it's not ideal.
I think that's hilarious. That's some kind of sick joke.
It would be funny, wouldn't it? But I think we're going to have enough accidents around here without having to sort of force everybody into that sort of narrow bracket of using the cockpit cam. Okay, so that should then
firing through. Don't worry. Here we go.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think that should be everybody with an invite between us anyway. I've probably missed one or two.
I've already got one of the McLaren's new names. Came up with it last week. I'm gonna call him Timu.
Don't worry, Milosh, you're not going to take anybody else out. I forgive you. Yeah, for anybody who wasn't watching, Milosh and I had an unfortunate coming together last night in EU4. And it caused my retirement. I was quite cross yesterday. But I'm fine now, I'm over it. I'm not bitter. Matt sat there thinking, yeah, of course he isn't.
Clown.
He sat there thinking, I wish I'd heard the unedited video.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the full video, I should say, not the unedited one. I only had to cut it.
Thank goodness for that.
I didn't do anything, Blades. Right. Who's not here? Yeah, so pipe tech's in. That's good. Andre's in. So still missing 3. We're missing. Oh no, I didn't knacker the lobby. I checked it all before we started. It was fine.
Before we start.
Need to invite. Yep.
Completely dry for both sessions. Oh, but oh no, I'm saying nothing. Have a look at the. Just stay in the lobby.
Who's jumped out?
Get better internet. Sorry, I've had that kind of day.
So, what was the weather, Matt? I've just read it and I've forgotten.
I don't want to say because it gives it away to the people.
I mean, Ricky's just put it in the stream chat, so. I mean, are you gonna PM it?
No, you can just put it in just use the stream chat.
I don't know about that one, Ricky.
Question. Oh, we gained one.
Is it? I think it's Pipe Tech. Pipe Tech wasn't in the last time. Sorry, we're sticking with dynamic. Bogger it. We barely got started. Be fine. It's Jeddah. If it rains, no, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not doing a Thomas.
Oh, well, why is someone in someone else's seat?
Who's in what? Who's in whose seat?
Alpha Tower.
Are they in each other's seat? Because if they are, I don't really care.
No. Get out of his seat, man!
Yeah, he's moved.
God's sake.
You chill, man. Well, good. Felipe,
no,
baby, stay cool, stay cool.
It now doesn't work because he doesn't get point off of.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're all good. It's that one. Sorry, Andre. Right. Branimir can swap back across. If you can do it before the timer counts down.
Start looking after small children.
Oh no, it's well, you do that on a regular basis.
I know. This is why I'm getting annoyed, because most of these are either teenagers, if not adults, and they can't listen to instructions.
No, you say listen. They can't read.
Both. Makes no difference to me.
Reading is a skill of the capitalists. Anyway. We're back, finally. Jeddah Corniche Circuit. For round 2 of the championship. In Saudi Arabia.
Can't wait for the settings to...
No, have faith. They're not going to go again. We're going to have this in the bag. Right.
Like all circuits that host F1 racing weekends, Jeddah Street Circuit holds an FIA Grade 1 certification. Jeddah shares this grade with 40 other circuits around the world. While Lewis Hamilton has broken virtually every
Alright, wait for the first cars to go out on track then. To get qualifying underway. No, rain I think was a joke from Ricky. If it wasn't, then I will take it as one and we'll just move on. So first man out on track was an Aston Martin. It's going to be Kaganis.
There's me sitting here thinking of who won last night. Oh, I can't remember.
It was the man who is reserving tonight in the McLaren. Currently 15th on our timing screens, even though no times have been set yet.
That's how much my head's turned into mush the last 6 weeks.
He's a busy man, everybody. He's got a lot to do. So, Kaganis then just heading around the top of the circuit through turn, I think it's turn 9, is it? The top of the circuit? I want to say turn 9.
A corner.
Turn 12, actually. Never mind.
12 and 27.
Well, most of them aren't really corners, are they? There's a balance to be found.
On this version of this game, it's some of them are corners.
Well, yeah, some of them are. Not many, though. Fair few of them flat out. Particularly if you go for a setup that allows you to do. That's what I did last night.
Power, 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 speed, speed, power, speed.
Irrelevant. Yeah, we went for corners. Let's ride on board then with Kaganis through the first part of the lap. Well, we'll ride the whole lap if we can. Out of turns 1 and 2, that initial complex of corners. Sweeping curves, blind entries on them all. Just got to stick it in and hope that the car will make it through. Kaganis runs wide, gets away with it though. Exit there. Sector 1 split 33.157. No idea if that's good or not. We'll only know a little bit later on in the session. So, into Sector 2, through some more sweeping curves on the back section of the circuit. All very, very fast. Very high pace indeed. 2 DRS zones in this section of the circuit as well. Just entered one of them. You can hear the Aston bouncing off the rev limiter. That Mercedes power unit. Into the second. Just one corner to go now. And back onto the start-finish straight. Through the final turn. Foot hard down now. The final DRS zone is just activated. Half of the line, and it's a 28.8 for Kaganis.
28.5 for JRN.
Yep. Beaten by JRN behind him. Maybe a little bit of a toe for the Red Bull.
And Timu's on pole!
Oh! Pokey on pole position. No, but I like it though. I like it. Timu Pokey. There's a blast from the past for any football fans watching. Unfortunately, of Norwich City. Yeah, that was Hilly's predicted pole time in the chat as well. There was someone with a 26.9, which I think is optimistic, but could be possible after that from Pokey.
Although we saw yesterday, didn't really improve from there.
No, I could have done, to be fair, from my time. I wouldn't have got near the pole time in the end, but I wouldn't have been a million miles away if I'd not taken the wing off.
Go
on, lad! 27.3 puts it onto provisional pole. Let's have a look at his teammate, shall we? J Supreme.
Jeez. Damn. Ooh. Back end of the car looks very unsettled on that.
Has he had a whoopsie?
No. It's very unsettled. Tichy with a blinding lap of 34.5 on the hard tyre.
Tichy using qualifying as his personal practice session again. JC Preem's gone for a double out lap. That's why he's got such a slow first lap of the session.
That's what Dan did as well.
8 tenths up through sector 1, nearly 5 seconds up through sector 2, heading for a 28 flat at the moment. Would put him up into third place actually. Through the final corner. Oh, there he goes, 27.7, puts himself into third.
Todd is sitting in the pits on some mediums.
Oh, JRN's flexing in the chat, everybody. He's saying that his lap there, the 28.5, was high fuel and he's messed up some corners. So I'm expecting big things later on from you, sir. Let's jump over to the Alfa Romeo of the Guru. I know it's not his name. It's not even in his name. But we call him the Guru. Oh no!
Because he's spun at the last corner.
How's he spun there?
I have no idea.
That's a straight... Unless maybe someone's gone into the back of him. But we didn't see any penalties for collisions, so...
Oh, Wedding have equalised. This is not good.
This is disappointing for you, isn't it?
It is, because it's in the 83rd minute towards the end of the game.
It's unlucky for Thiago, but we've seen drivers come from the back in the past to have very good results, especially here where we're almost guaranteed a safety car, I think, aren't we? Pretty much guaranteed a safety car.
Apologies, people. I'm looking at National League South scores.
It's alright. Your team's playing. We can forgive you that. You have also been parachuted in as emergency cover, so I think we can allow you looking at the National League.
You've only got 5 more minutes of me looking at the scores now.
The Guru's backed out of that lap. Let's see if he's going to go for this one or is he going to box. I think he's actually out of fuel. So he's going to box. Dan has improved through the first sector. Just over a tenth up on his previous time.
He's still on the same tyres, by the way.
So he's doing a practice stint, isn't he?
Just validation. Better through that corner. Oh,
nice.
Nice, bro.
Ride the dragon. Hey, God. Half a second up, heading for 20. Well, probably a 30 flat. Which
on
on some
tyres and no
tyres.
ERS even now.
Yeah.
How's Tonka doing? Tonka's done a 28.9.
Yes.
Tonka. It's about
tail happy out the final corner for Dan, but he's going to finish the lap. He does improve by just over half a second. We got Tichy's still out there on his hards.
By the way, some cracking scores in the Champions League third round qualifying.
Oh, go on, give me some of these.
Sparta Prague and Copenhagen. You ready?
I'm sitting down.
It's 3-3 and they've gone to penalties, and Copenhagen have won 4-2 on penalties.
Nice.
Rangers squeaked it through. Marseille have overcome a big tie against Panathinaikos. They're 2-0 up to make it 2-1.
Excellent.
Other than that, I don't really know any other teams apart from AEK Athens beat Zagreb in the first leg. So.
Just STLR then. Half a second up through the first sector. That's big already. He's already on a decent time. Looking at 28.2, depending on what his time is through the next sector. 3/4 of a second up now. And he's going to have a tow off that Alpha Tauri ahead of him as well in the final sector. Just a little one, but it could be enough. Right now we're looking at a 28 flat, sort of a minimum time we'd be looking for STLR.
Alpha Tauri is also on a lap and goes to 8th.
Oh, STLR 27.5 goes into second place. Monstrous lap.
I would say that's many thanks down at Alpine.
It was one of the two Hasses getting out of the way. I think it was Titch. As the Wizard is on an outlap. Oh, Ethan's here.
Branimir is pretty much level to what he set, so it's all going to be down to this last sector. See if he can improve from his 9th position.
Timid, thank you for the follow. It's very
goes
nice.
Up to 7th. By the way, we are approaching a special milestone.
Are we?
Quite rapidly, actually, in the last few weeks. Big 1K.
Oh! Excellent. 1K followers. That's outstanding work, everybody.
Oh! Sorry, there's something happened. Well, down to 10. He shows him a red Mitzi.
Oh, the Wizard!
Oh, the Wizard has beat it! Wowzers, Wizard McLaren.
Oh, he'll be furious. Wizard there.
I'm guessing he's hit the inside of the wall.
He has.
First bit and then gone straight on.
He has, yeah. Well, he's hit the inside of the inside wall. The wheels come off. So he's done exactly what I did yesterday in qualifying, except I only had the wing come off. He's had the whole wheel come off. And we're going to have to see a 2-spell special, I think, to have any chance of him scoring some big points. Having said that, we all know what he's capable of. There is every chance that he will be coming out fighting, swinging, and he'll get himself a hatful of points.
Well, Chelmsford had the man advantage. They have also just lost a man. It's 10 aside. What a game.
Oh, that screams fight to me.
I do love non-league football. It is fantastic.
Charlie out there on a set of mediums still.
Well, 28.8. That is...
Is that what he set it on?
That's not slow. Yeah.
It isn't. Yeah, that is what he set it on. Delta between those two compounds is roughly 1.2 seconds, so he's looking at a 27.6, which would put him third fastest if he was on a set of soft tyres. He's got time to box. No, Stumpy. 2-spell special is finish 4th, no penalties, get the win. 7th and then getting a podium, that's common practice nowadays. Let's see, what's Charlie going to do? Is he going to box for a set of softs and go for it, or is he going again? He's going again. No, he's coming in. He's coming in. Let's see who I've not looked at yet. And he's not on a lap, so I can't do it. Pipe Tech in the Williams. We've not seen the Williams yet.
I only just noticed that Jay Supreme's put himself up to third.
Oops.
Apologies for my lackluster timing.
Tonka then 3/10 up at the moment, coming into the final corner of the lap. A little bit of a traction loss there through the final corner. Crosses the line, 28.3, improves by half a second, puts himself into 4th. Yellow flag, we've got a McLaren facing the wrong way. That's TTV. Maybe not facing the wrong way, but certainly getting out of the way of the Ferrari of J Supreme. I always find it interesting with these games. I know obviously it's Codemasters that make them, and they're based in the West Midlands. But I always find it brilliant that the announcers for each track on the Tannoy system are always there with a West Midlands accent.
Oh, Scarborough Athletic won 1-0.
Hey, what have we done?
Yeah, they won 1-0.
Oh, get in!
But watch out, because the Mercedes is flying!
Oh, we'll crop to him in a minute. Where is he on track?
Oh, there it is!
Have you cursed him? No, he's on
No,
pole!
he's on pole!
Oh!
I was very quiet. I was watching. He was 8
22 thousandths of a second.
Limbs. Hang on, I may be able to hear it.
Not yet. It's not finished yet. Qualifying hasn't finished just yet. TTV, 4 tenths
is
up.
marginally up on his time. He's got a little bit of traffic low. Possibly will get a slipstream from the little bit of the AlphaTauri around the last corner. It is a traffic jam and a half down there.
Everyone doing well to keep out of each other's way. J Supreme just ahead of us. He'll be first across the line. We're riding on board with TTV. Supreme improves, not his position. Oh, TTV goes in 5th.
Point is going to improve as well, so this is going to put him into the low 28s. It does, it's 28.3 up to 6th.
Yeah, job there from Point, just picking out Tonka. We're watching his teammate Branimir now, coming up towards the first sector split. Let's see what he can do. 28.6 currently his best time. Sector 1, we are. Oh, he's matched it through the first sector.
Oh, he's lost time in the middle sector. He was 3 tenths up through the first.
Who's this?
I'm watching the Aston Martin of Luke in 13th. Checker flag has fallen. This is it.
Everybody out there now on a lap. That's their final attempt at it. Pookie's out there. He wants to reclaim pole position. We'll jump to him in just a second. Branimir now. Final corner to go.
CLR's not going to improve. Modi is going to improve at the moment and puts himself 23. Lost a lot of time.
Branimir improves, goes into P9, instantly down to 10 as Charlie improves.
Charlie 5th. Oh, 1,000 behind J Supreme.
Pookie half a tenth up at the moment. He's got pole in his sights if he can finish the lap. One corner to go. There are some cars ahead of him, but they should all be either pulling away off to the side or diving into the pit lane. Here we go. Can Pookie retake pole position? Yes, he can. Just under 2 tenths of a second in it.
And there is a one-word response that I probably would have heard from upstairs. Can't repeat it.
No. It's got 4 letters in it.
No. It's got 6. No. Yeah. No. 7.
7?
Yes.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Ah. I thought you would have gone with a 4, personally. More efficient, isn't it?
Yeah, you never know.
Mm.
I shall seek a beverage, sir. I shall rejoin you.
No worries.
Lubricate my vocals.
You go do that thing. I will give us a rundown of the results from qualifying. You see a great shot there at the back of Jack King's Alpine. So we have Pookie on pole then for McLaren. 1:27.246 the final time to put him on pole position. Interestingly though, Thiago Torres was around that time. It would have been nice to see what he could have done had he not been disqualified. Down in second place for Mercedes, just shy 0.2 back. A further 0.5 tenth behind him. Oh, well, 1.5 tenths rather behind him. STLR for third place. J Supreme fourth for Ferrari. Charlie in fifth. Then TTV, Jack King, JRN, Point and Tonka round out the top 10. Milosh P11, Branimir P12, Kaganis 13th, Tichy 14th, Pipetech 15th, The Guru 15th. Two-Spell Wizard having retired without setting a time. And Thiago Torres at the back of the pack with a DSQ. Would have been near the front for sure had that not happened. So we get ready to go racing then here in Jeddah. Let's get some predictions in. We've got a couple already from Hilly and Stumpy. Stumpy going bold. He's saying Haas 1-2. Ooh, that is bold.
Limbs!
Have you boys done well?
They just scored. There was 9 minutes of injury time.
Oh, you see the joys
They've scored. There's 8 minutes of injury time. They've scored in the 99th minute.
Oh, yes. Classic.
99-24. Get in.
Deathstorm's predicting me shouting "you clown" at some point. I'll make that happen for you.
Good.
Don't worry, Deathstorm. I've got you, man. You're my boy now. We do GT7. I've got you.
Sorry, there's been plenty of excitement outside of the racing, but also plenty of excitement in the racing. Qualifying was fantastic. The race, I'm hoping for much the same. There's a formation lap. Woo!
Yeah, formation lap then. Pookie on pole position on hard tyres. Couple of medium runners behind him in down in STLR. J Supreme hards. Everybody on the medium or the hard tyre except for Milosh P11. Running the soft tyre. That'll be interesting to see. Now, I can say from yesterday, the soft tyre, for some reason, just didn't work at the start. It just didn't. Like the back end just didn't want to sit, and it just stepped out on me all the time. When I pitted for the mediums, they were great for the 2 laps I was on them.
I'll tell you what, Rosa, it's not a bad shout. My voice will get high with excitement and also just fear of someone doing something horrendously wrong. But we did see yesterday me and Wizard talked about thermal regulation of the tyre. And how important that is. We saw a fantastic battle in terms of strategy yesterday between 3 drivers in E4 even. And actually, the pace between the medium and the hard tyres shouldn't be much different if you can keep the tyre within the working range.
Yes.
We saw that between Lewis and ISO for the win yesterday. So
the only thing I would say with TTV was that he had no ERS for 90% of the race.
Yep.
And was burning at every single opportunity. So if he's learnt from his transgressions last night, he will be quicker tonight by not doing that. But
it didn't matter though, because that Alpine was a rocket ship in a straight line.
It was. Working range, Roz is asking. Personally, I think it's between 95 and 105 degrees Celsius for the tyres. That's the prime working window. Little bit lower for hard compound tyres, and quite a lot lower for inters and full wets, but they don't really count as tyres, to be honest.
Oh.
Two of them trying to go. Oh, Tishy's done it as well. The Wizard one, yeah. Oh, the Wizard got it wrong as well. Two spell Wizard. 5 lights are on. We wait for the glitch. It's back to the old days. Away we go in Jeddah for the Saudi Grand Prix.
Oh, an LP with a rocket ship will start jacking.
Yes, quality. Whoever said 3 laps, you're way out. It's lap 1. Barely got to turn 1 before his voice went. Pookie leads. Dan gets himself up to 2nd. Points retired. Could that be the first safety car of the evening?
Oh, we've got loads of carnage back here. There's a Red Bull. Jack King, who was up to 5th of the start, has also been involved. Mollies has left the session. That's not ideal.
He should be able to get himself back in. Could you do the honours, please?
I will do. It does mean, though, that AI, and this is the problem I've seen in the last couple of races, the AI will not... Well, you can't go through it, and actually it could be a bit of a...
It could be a bit of a problem. We've got a VSC out on the circuit at the moment, so this is going to help drivers potentially who've started on the hard tyre, then not got that tyre up to temperature on the formation lap. So they're going to have an opportunity now, get a bit of a weave on.
Right. Let's have a look. One is up 5, Tonka up 3, Tichy up 6. I don't know how you want to say the Alfa Romeo.
I'll call him the Guru.
The Guru up 6, Tiago up 6, and the big losers Jack King, JRN down 7, Isotope down 10.
Ooh. Milos is back in. We're still under VSC. With any luck, he can get back in control of his car before that ends. And there should be no harm done. VSC has now ended, so hopefully he's back in the seat. If not, he won't be far away.
Got a bit of the jump.
He has, yeah. Timed that well. We're riding on board with Dan in P2. We've got Pookie just ahead of us. We'll look back at the Alpine off STLR. Because these two both on the medium tyre. The Ferrari of J Supreme in the background there on the hards, and Pookie ahead of us on the hards.
Double stack down at Haas with a front wing change as well.
Oh, not good.
And they both need front wing change.
Oh, we've got a mistake. Made a big mistake there through the first sector. Cold tyres ran wide. J Supreme caught up in it. I think he's okay in terms of damage, but Charlie able to capitalise, take himself to 3rd place. Gives Dan some breathing room to go on the attack now against Pookie. Because we are 2 laps down at the end of this, so DRS will be active.
He's looking to go already.
He's a smart cookie though, Matt, you know this. He'll wait. He'll put the pressure on and he'll wait. He's impatient, granted, but
overheat the tyres.
He's going for it. He's gone for it. Dan takes the lead. He's going for it. He's popped her out. Here he is. If anyone is of a sufficient vintage to get that reference, then I approve of your presence. Thank you. So Dan takes the lead then, starting lap number 3, fastest lap of the race so far as well. Taken away instantly by Charlie.
It's not Charlie. Charlie down the inside of turn 1.
Oh, Pookie again, hard tyres. Not holding up well, but he's able to keep the Aston behind. All that though, Dan already out of DRS range.
It's a long way to go. Just, I'm now not going to look. Oh, J Supreme's run wide and beached it on the curb.
We've got an AlphaTauri in the wall. Sector 1, that's Brunamit.
There's a Mercedes without a front wing. Molly's just ran wide and then hit the wall on the on the right hand side.
Oh yeah,
where J Supreme went off.
Yep, Tonka needs to be careful. That Mercedes will have no turn in whatsoever.
However, it's going to be an absolute rocket ship. Oh,
yeah, he's got to get
also lagging, which is great.
He's got to get to the straights first. He's got to make his way back to the pits.
Mistake. Oh, is that Is that some front wing off the Guru as well, I see?
Let's have a look at the Guru. We've got a great helicopter. Oh, he's just clipped the inside wall there. I don't think he does. At least not visible
I believe on the left-hand side.
But Tiago Torres making his way through the pack, having started in 18th place, about to have an attack on the Guru for P9.
No, maybe not. And Charlie is past Pookie.
Yep, and back in DRS range of Dan as well. Speaking of DRS, there goes Tiago Torres, straight through past the Guru. 2 Ferrari power units, but the works car has the benefit of DRS.
That's in the pits.
That's in the pit lane. That's not too bad. Milos is in.
Session.
Yeah, that's his connection again, I think.
Was it down in 17th? However, I'm not particularly concerned.
No, as soon as we get a full safety car, because there will be one at some point, it'll be right back up with the pack. So let's have a look. Let's take stock at the moment of the tyre situation that we've had so far. So everybody now on either the mediums or the hards. We just see Charlie run deep there. Compromise his run onto the back straight. He would have been in range to have a move, potentially, and have a go at that. He still might be. Not quite close enough, and he has to. Oh, he's run deep there.
Oh, slide for the Mercedes and the McLaren.
Yeah. What this is doing. Here we go. Charlie going to take the lead. Fairly straightforward move with DRS into the first corner. Now, Pookie is the man I'm going to keep an eye on for the moment, because Charlie, I think, is going to start to pull away. DRS is the only thing that's going to stop him doing that.
I don't think he will because of that.
Yeah. But what this is doing now, obviously it's holding Dan up, which is holding Pookie up, which is bringing J Supreme, STLR back into this fight.
Also, the other problem is Charlie could try and put away, but not only will the guys have DRS, they've all got a lot more ERS than what Charlie has.
Ah.
Oh, Charlie's hit the wall!
Yeah, chunks of carbon fibre everywhere. He's going to have to be careful here.
Please don't fight it. Oh, this is...
Has to take to the escape road. Pookie goes round the outside of him. But he's still trying. Oh, J Supreme going through.
The up and under.
Elbows out. Keeps it clean. Great job.
The only one with a decent run out of the 4 is, watch out, STLR.
Oh, is he closing in as well? He is. 5-way battle for the lead.
He had the best run out of the 5 of them. J Supreme on the hard tyre.
Yes, Ricky, I was going to say do that. Here we go then. Pookie now right up behind J Supreme, looking to enact his revenge as Charlie peels into the pits.
Oh, I have really bad ideas what's going to happen here.
Everyone's sensible. J Supreme, little lock up, but keeps it out of the back of the Mercedes.
The number of times I've seen cars and overspeed.
Yeah, cars, overspeed, and lock-ups.
Death. Equals crashy.
It certainly does.
Just run wide.
Dan's gone deep. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. We've got 2 cars
car
off.
Park.
It's out the Guru and Pipe Tech.
They just hit each other again.
5-second penalty for Pipe Tech for collision with the Guru.
Yeah, and that's because the Pipe Tech's flick spin then flicked it back into the Alpha as he went away. That is what the penalty for. I just saw how they were going to get out of it.
Coming together.
Is it? Tonka's facing the wrong way. He's got a flick spin it.
Yeah, he's going to have to be careful.
Oh, he's then just hit the wall, but there's a gap, luckily.
And full safety car deployed.
I'm not surprised. There's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Oh, J Supreme,
big
no!
Damage. It's out. Behind Dan. And Pookie as well, STLR. What?
I don't know what. I wonder if someone's hit the brakes there.
Dan's got front wing damage.
I wonder if someone's hit the brakes there because the safety car's come out to stay under the Delta, and J Supreme's just cannoned into the back of them.
So all the leaders are going to have to come in and change their front wing. So we're going to possibly see a different leader.
I don't think we are. Tiago Torres is coming in as well. Personally, I'd have stayed out if I was him. But he will be able to go medium from here, which is potentially the fastest strategy. No front wing damage for him to deal with. Ferrari crew get to work. He will jump. And here comes Charlie, though, having pitted a lap ago. He's going to go back into second place. Got a couple of soft runners in STLR and Kaganis.
So the guys on the mediums will stop again. Hard tyres will possibly go.
I reckon you could stretch.
That was really tight between Tichy and Luke. Yeah. So the Aston Martin of Luke in P5 will definitely have to stop again.
Yeah, Milosh is asking for another invite. If you can do the honours, please, Matt.
Yeah, I will.
The Wizard stays in 15th place, but he is now going to be back up with the pack. Don't be surprised if you see both Hasses pit next time around. Maybe not Tichy because of where he is, but the Wizard, I would imagine, will be coming in at the end of this lap to put the set mediums on.
No.
I think he will. Although, actually, thinking about it, I can see the Wizard coming in at the end of this lap, putting a set of softs on, going around again, and then putting the hards back on. Because him and Tichy, I think, have gone for the harder tyre allocation.
No comment.
I know Tichy's gone for the harder tyre allocation because he used a set in qualifying. I bet the Wizard's done the same. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And then he'll go to the end on that set of tyres.
No comment.
Let's have a look then. Back up at the front of the pack, we've got Dan leading the way for Mercedes on a fresh set of hard tyres. Charlie behind him for Aston Martin on a near as damn it fresh set of hard tyres. Pookie and Tiago Torres behind them. Fresh medium tyres for the McLaren and the Ferrari. Kaganis rounding out the top 5. Fresh set of soft tyres for him.
And I saw how quickly he was last night on a set of fresh tyres.
Let's see, we're going to get anybody diving into the pit lane for a tyre cycling. Tichy's gone through. That's the first one I thought might. Let's see, the Wizard. Yes, here he goes.
Shock.
Now then, this is where... What are you going to go for, Matt? Quick prediction.
I reckon he's
medium or soft?
Mediums.
I'll stick with my soft back to hard strategy for him. Coming into the box, it's a set of hard tyres waiting. Oh.
Well, I didn't see that one coming.
No. He's just sticking with the one.
That answers your question then.
I'd take that as we're both right.
Well, hard tyre allocation down at the Haas team.
Yeah, we've got for the 2 sets of hards, 3 sets of mediums. No, 2 sets of mediums rather, and then 2 less sets of soft tyres than you could potentially have. So the Wizard now be working hard to get some temperature into those tyres before he catches the pack. Safety car should be in this lap, all being well. So the tyre graphic's going to disappear from the screen in a few seconds' time.
So I reckon there'll be a gap developing between the top 5 and Mr. Tichy.
Yeah. So J Supreme then the most significant loss so far, and last night's winner of course in TTV, 0.01. I don't know what happened. Did we lose him at the start? We must have done. He's on fresh tyres. Yeah, so 0.01 we lost at the start. TTV we lost later on in the race, and then
yes, so we lost him under the VSC. I think we had a bit
of a Ethan, what a hardship that is. Oh, never mind. Top man.
Oh,
outstanding.
Technical difficulties.
Safety car is going again.
No,
No, late call. It's coming in.
Oh, Dan's going to absolutely hate that.
Yeah. I don't know, because I think you want to go late here, don't you, really? Because it's just a straight. You don't want to go early. He's gone.
Slowest restart. He's gone. And he's, to be fair, not done too badly.
He's done well there. Pookie looking to already make a move on Charlie. Is he going to be able to do it? Let's jump across and see. We'll ride with him. Almost pushing.
How uncomfortable Charlie's been so far during the middle sector. Tonka's got past Knowledge at start. The Guru's also going past as well. Oh, side by side through that corner's not particularly going to work. And Branimir loses out
to the Wizard.
Altogether. Yeah, well, considering he didn't have much room to work with that, very good
TTV in the chat, he says that he's got trouble with his pedals. Right.
Oh, contact! There's going to be a crash. There's going to be a big crash, surely.
We've got carbon fibre everywhere.
Alpines and both the Red Bulls and the Ferraris just chopped across somebody. Sorry, not the Ferrari, the Alfa Romeos.
We've got cars everywhere. There's a Haas making its way through. That's the Wizard.
Picking its way.
I think both Red Bulls have got wing damage.
Yeah, they hit each other.
Oh, throwbacks to Turkey. Is it Turkey 09?
The Red Bull nearly hit.
Tonka's clipped the Wizard.
Yeah, that was always going to be dangerous.
Yeah, we've got a reset to track for Tonka as well. That's going to be born out of frustration, really. I mean, it's the second time that's happened to him so far. A lot of cars going slowly, a lot aiming for the pits.
He went wide and then he was always going to come back on the track, but he came back. The angle he was taking was so aggressive. He had to just back out the throttle and just take the medicine.
Yeah. Oh, the Guru tank slapper out of turn 3. Yeah, Ricky saying it's an interesting rejoin from Tonka. It was, but I think, in fairness to Tonka, I think that's purely because he doesn't have the front wing. Oh, the Wizard's ground himself out on the curb there and lost the position to Milosh.
Lose 2.
And through goes Branimir. There's 3 curbs around this track that you might go near, and all of them will beat you. They'll all ground the car out.
You go near this curb, you will die.
So, meanwhile, back at the front of the pack, the 2 leaders, Dan and Charlie, managed to pull themselves almost out of DRS range of Pookie. It was just outside the start of that section, so...
And these 2 just need to keep themselves in the race. That's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But they're going to look to go to the end if they can. Yeah,
they are. And this is why if I had been Thiago Torres, I would have stayed out on that set of hard tyres, because you've got the opportunity then to, if there's another safety car, if there's another safety car, you box for softs or a set of mediums. If not, you can. I mean, he would have had to stop because he's only made one stop now, but.
Or you just box for softs anyway. We saw how quick.
Yeah. Milosh there, pile driving through turn 1.
Oh, he's
lost it, and he's blocked the Wizard.
As well.
Yeah, there was he misjudged his braking massively into turns 1 and 2.
Oh, and did he clip them again?
Yeah, sort of pile drove through turn 1, hit the side of, I think it was Branimir.
Oh, the Wizard's not got. So the Wizard has been spun into, and yet he's the one with damage, and the Mercedes gets away.
Yeah,
I think that would be an advocate reason for ghosting once again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure that ghosting would have stopped that one, if I'm brutally honest.
Deathstorm, what would you like in terms of payment? Do you prefer an alcoholic beverage? We can get that for you.
No, he wants me to shout, "You clown," at someone.
For the love of... I think he realises the team are going to be busy once again this week.
Yeah, Milos trying to find his way past the Wizard. No way through there. Thiago Torres, fastest lap of the race so far.
Oh, moved for the possible lead. Dan's going to hold it.
Yes, he's got a bit of a train now.
Choo.
Yeah, 4 cars in there.
And STLR has moved past the Aston Martin. So let's see what he can do now, because I reckon he's going to be able to join the back of this train as well.
He should be able to. He's got the pace to do it. It's whether those tyres will last long enough.
Turn 1, it's Pipe Tech and the Guru.
Both seem to have made it through, though.
About safe. Yeah, but Pipe Tech's got front wing damage.
Has he? Yeah, I can see that right-hand end plate's missing. So the Guru could be coming through. Let's jump back up to the lead, though, because Thiago Torres all over the back of Pookie. This is for 3rd place on the podium. This
will be interesting, because this is going to be a race-long battle between these two.
The Wizard's in. He's gone for a set of medium tyres. He will be able to make those last. That's the worrying thing. We'll see if he actually does that, or if he's going to stop again later on. Teammate Tichy still lurking around in 7th place, as we see Torres around the outside of Pookie. He's going to try and switch back underneath.
Oh, Tichy's gone!
Oh, I'm sorry, Titch!
And a safety car!
Yeah, full safety car is out. The Wizard is now...
The top 4 could not pit.
They could have done, I think. They just chose not to.
Well, I think if they did, it would have been an illegal pit entry.
It would have been sketchy, I think, yeah. But I think Pookie and Thiago Torres were in the clear, and they've chosen not to. The front 2, maybe not. Yeah, I mentioned Titch, and as I mentioned him, he crashes. So I can only apologise.
That is on you.
Not intentional.
The Wizard's pitted on fresh mediums, and he's back in the game.
Yeah. He's going to stop again and put the hards back on now. Actually, no, he won't. He'll stay on those mediums. He might even put a fresh set of mediums on. Like the other fresh set he's got. Because then they'll definitely make it to the end with his whispering abilities. So, none of the drivers have to stop again in theory. The Guru in P5 is on a set of soft tyres, so he definitely will have to stop again. Depending on how...
news for you.
Go on.
It's football related.
Oh, yes.
And of interest to you. Chelsea have agreed an initial fee of £53 million to Southampton for Romeo Lavia.
Oh, excellent.
Just add it to the FFP.
Don't you worry, we've got FFP covered. Don't know how we've got it covered, but in Top Bolly we trust.
So,
Guru stayed out he stayed out on the softs. I don't know why he's done that. We might see him in now. In fact, let's ride with him. He's with this final group of cars. Now back behind the safety car. If he pits now, he's going to lose a lot of positions.
I was going to say, definitely, I don't think you wouldn't have got that many last night. You would have got 2. I think there was 2 big incidents, and that was about it.
But yeah, this is the sort of race I was expecting last night. Like this kind of thing where there was a lot of battling, a lot of carnage, but it didn't really materialise. There was a couple of incidents.
Obviously no safety car, and what happened at the start, there was a massive split already between the grid.
Yeah.
We saw a strategic battle though.
Yes.
Cars. That was good.
It's a shame, really. I wanted to be part of that. I had a different strategy to those 3 altogether.
Was it Cone Lane Railway?
It wasn't. No, it was going to be a soft medium. But sadly was curtailed before I could get to the 3rd stint of that.
There's going to be but there's at least going to be one penalty dished out from what we've seen.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
For a reset to track, which is a no.
It's a non-negotiable. No. Only if you beached on a curb, of course. That's perfectly okay, perfectly acceptable.
I think you're going to see a few of those at Spa.
It's the last race of the season, isn't it, Spa? So, yeah, it could do. Plenty to be fighting over.
Will the safety car allow Dan to have a bit of more of a run this time round, or will it just be as late as possible?
It will depend on when Tonka catches up to the field, won't it? So, I think it's generally speaking, as long as they're within the same sector, by the time... There we go, safety car in this lap. Yeah. So we'll get the gap back up, we'll get rid of the tyre graphic, we'll ride on board with our race leader, and look back.
Oh, he's got 5 seconds because Charlie's at the back of him.
Yep, and there's some big damage further back there.
The Alfa Romeo's out, and the Alpine of Jack's in trouble as well, I think.
Yeah, I think that those two have hit each other down there as well.
There's people going and not actually looking in front of them.
Yeah.
Again.
Dan's gone.
And got it done again.
He has. Decent gap, 6/10 across the line. That will close up, but it shouldn't be enough. Pookie trying round the outside of Charlie. And we've got a spin there for Tiago Torres. He's been collected by some other cars.
Oh, it's just
by Branimir. And that's, I don't know, see, he's got a penalty for that, and that's unfair, really, because he spun it, but he's not driven into...
Pipetek's not got any front wing. I think JRN's just run into the back of him as well. That wasn't really his fault.
We've got a lot of issues.
VSC?
Yep, VSC is out. Yeah, we've got a lot of cars with damage. Tiago Torres, one of the battlers for the lead of the race, and for the eventual win, picking up a 5-second penalty, and he's got no front wing as well. Branimir, I would imagine, is in a similar position. We'll jump across to the AlphaTauri. Yeah, front wing is damaged. Charlie's
okay. Got away with it then.
Yep, no damage for him. The Guru leaving the session there. Dan looks okay. Pookie, I think Pookie might have. No, he's okay. So VSC obviously not ideal for the guys who've got damage, but unfortunately that's what they're going to have to live with for the time being. Race leader is in the clear. Let's have a look at Kaganis. He's not got any damage.
I think the top 4 have timed it right. Again.
Yeah.
JRN's also timed it right on Pipetek. Although Pipetek's got a damaged wing, he did time that quite well.
Yeah, Milosh closing in on Tonka as well. They've had a good time. Pookie trying to defend from Charlie.
It'd be interesting to see what these mediums are like. Will the guys on the mediums try and go to the end, considering we've not done many racing laps on them? Should be interesting.
I reckon they could do. I think it'll depend on their tyre whispering skills. I mean, the amount of defending Pookie's had to do. Is he on a set of mediums? He is. The amount of defending Pookie's had to do, I don't think his will make it. Not in a competitive state, anyway. See Charlie clip the wall there on the entry. On the outside of the entry to turn 12. Closely followed by STLR on a very fresh looking set of mediums. STLR could be the dark horse here now that Tiago Torres has had to stop.
Oh, who was that? And he lost it, JRN. Jesus.
JRN following close behind Milosh and then his teammate Tonka.
Tonka is he lost the back of the Aston Martin, which is a little bit strange.
DRS now re-enabled. Dan, crucially, 1.4.
Whoa! Charlie! Red to the inside. It was late. It looks like a bit of bumper cars. Oh, don't put each other on the wall, boys.
Oh, excellent news, Blades. Yes, I am very pleased to hear that.
Charlie's going to go around the outside. Oh, he's off the track. He's going to have to give that one up.
Yeah, and needs to be careful not to lose it to STLR. Does well.
Oh, he's
again runs deep.
STLR underneath. Oh, my goodness me.
There we go. He's going to try at the inside of turn 12. Oh, it's contact between the two. The wheels are banging together. Aston holds it
because the camber of the corner. I don't think I can watch any more of this. My blood pressure is going up.
It's fine. I'm riding on board with STLR now, closing in behind Charlie. Charlie, will he have DRS? That's the question. I think he might. No, he doesn't, and he's got no battery left either. The red light's flashing on the back of the Aston. Here goes the Alpine. Down the inside he goes, takes the position. And he may even... Oh, slips the wall on the exit. Yeah, he was too early. Charlie's going to come back at him now.
Charlie will get close enough. Doesn't need the overtake. Oh, he went to the out.
It's a good job he doesn't need the overtake. He hasn't got it. Charlie loses the back end of the car. He's not got any damage. He's got DRS. He'll stay in the fight, which is the most important thing. STLR now up to third. Yeah, Charlie, that he's used all of his energy. You can see the red lights on the back of the car flashing when he gets into any sort of high-speed section. And fortunately, once you're in that position, it's not so much game over. But I mean, round here, you can't recharge the battery, can you? Not really. It's just...
it's not too bad. I'm watching the guys out front. They've been able to get a little bit back during the lap. Pookie's had to spend a little bit to close the gap to under 2 seconds, whilst he saw a chance to get away from the Alpine.
Yeah, I think he's seen a chance, but it's not going to be enough at the minute. Yeah, STLR 1.2 behind.
Oh, Jaren hasn't got any front wing.
Yeah, but he's made
That's happened during Sector 1. You know, he's lost the place to 2-spill. He was behind the Mercedes, so he's made a mistake.
Yeah, speaking of the Mercedes,
10 seconds
Milos with DRS closing in on Kaganis. Both Mercedes power units, of course.
You would have seen this one battle last night.
Here we go. Has to go the long way around. Can he make it before the braking zone? He can. Up into 5th place. But will Kaganis fight back?
Charlie seemed to have dropped off, and I don't know if he's got any minor front wing damage.
He might have it. It's not visible damage. Kaganis trying round the outside of Milos. Mercedes parks it on the apex, but the Aston, it's the inside of 2. But not quite got the traction to pull it off. Milos holds position.
For the web, Pookie's closing in, but I'm also not really... it'd be... he's made a mistake, though.
Big mistake.
Oh, he made a big mistake.
He's lost out to STLR, who was forced off track to avoid him. You've cursed your own driver. What's going on there? You clown. What are you doing?
He's going to burn. He's going to burn as well. Burn, baby, burn.
Burn. Disco Inferno. So he's still in the fight though, but he's got to try and close back up to STLR now, who is on faster tyres than him, younger tyres than him. Dan looking to make it 2 from 2. We'll have 6 laps to go when he crosses the line.
He's got the DRS. He's got massive ERS advantage. He's not even close. 60% more than the person behind him.
It does appear we have a City fan in the chat, Matt. We've got 2 of them in there. God, they're multiplying. Ooh.
One word. Kevin.
Oh, yes, big Kev. Milos now closing back in on Charlie. He's on a charge at the minute, that Mercedes. Made his way past Kaganis a couple of laps ago.
Charlie's also come back a bit on the top 3, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Pookie's error maybe might have helped that a little bit. See if you can hold it. That's the thing. Let's have a look. If we have a look at the tyre graphic, then Milos then on a set of soft tyres, same age as STLRs, so he's going to be one of the quickest guys out there who isn't on a set of soft tyres. They're all hoping there's a late safety car at this point. Milos again, tank slapper for that Mercedes. He's not learnt from last night, really. He had a loose rear end of that car. He's now put himself under pressure from Kaganis. Gap out front now down to 1.3 seconds. Still comfortable. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's Pike Tech out of the race. And it's a full safety car.
Wowzers! Oh, there's people dived in.
No, there's only one that's dived in. That's Kaganis. It was legal. We saw it on stream. It's marginal, but it's legal.
Hey, good news though for the leaders. They got out in front of the safety car. So
they did. So they will get a stop if they want one. It's going to be by the time the safety car's finished. Three-lap sprint, two-lap sprint.
Yeah, I'd hate to think of the.
JR's just made your cardinal sin.
No, he hasn't.
He has.
How? How is it possible?
Tiago Torres continued on, didn't stop.
No. But it doesn't matter because the safety car's not been caught, so you can have another lap to decide.
Right, so
right, here we go then.
Gap to the leaders at the moment. So if Dan was to pit and no one else behind him did, he'd come out in 5th.
Yep.
I can't see STLR staying out there if Dan stops. I think it's all on him.
Dan is doomed, I think, either way here.
No, I think if I'm him, he has to stop. He has to make that gamble.
The problem is though, and I know why he's just stayed out.
What are you thinking?
He doesn't get rid of the penalty.
Good point. Yes. No, that is a good point. Those 5 seconds. He's the lead car.
I'll tell you what. He's got a buffer. He's got a 2-car buffer. He won't get rid of the penalty. So obviously the penalty he had with Charlie.
Deathstorm, get your ticket ready. You've got a 5-second penalty appeal coming in.
Well, let's put it this way. He thinks he's got a very good case to get rid of it. Therefore, if he wants to appeal it, he's bet. I think that's the better way. I think for him, if he was on the soft tyre, he's got too much to risk.
It's his best chance, isn't it? Yeah.
Because he'll have to get past people. He would have. I think he still would have been ahead, so he would have been 3rd or 4th, but then he wouldn't get the penalty, and then he's had to overtake. That's the problem.
See, Ricky there saying he's going to lose positions for being on the wrong tyre. I don't know, Ricky, because the safety car's not going to come in this time round. It's going to go to the end of 23, so we're only going to have 2 laps. DRS won't be it won't be activated again.
We won't have. Yeah, there won't be DRS. Oh, I don't know. The thing is, he was damned either way. The first car in this situation is so difficult. But as J-Ray said, and we saw yesterday, it's about 4 seconds. So I don't know.
I think his saving grace, like you say, he's got the 2-car buffer of STLR and Milos. If those two get into a fight, or if the soft runners behind them get into a fight with them on their way through, that's going to give him the buffer.
All the soft runners get in a fight with each other.
True. I mean, we're not going to We're not going to have the...
Tonka's...
yeah, should have a look at the penalties, shouldn't we?
Well, Tonka's got 6 that bowl softs. Pookie's come in, so he's going to lose... I don't know why he's done that, because he's now going to lose places. He's going to lose 3 places.
Well, he's got a drive-through. I wonder if he's come out, or come in rather, to try and serve the drive-through, not realising you can't do that under a safety car.
Oh, this is disastrous. I'm not going to lie. He's in a party with Wizard and Tidge. I'm sure...
Who's Pookie?
The question would... No, I'm talking about...
Oh, Dan, yeah.
So I'm sure the question would have been asked, what would you do? And I think Wizard 9 times out of 10 would have taken the track position, I think.
Yeah. No, Ricky, don't bring that kind of thing up again. We all know what happened to me last year in Singapore. Don't bring that up here. Don't bring up holding back and safety car.
Well, I'm technically...
He's not wrong. As his teammate, that's what he should do.
Is his teammate, yeah.
Yeah, and he's reserving, so it's...
He's also a constructor teammate as well, so it's not just a random person filling that seat. This is Mercedes points here.
Yeah. Oh, your Death Star piping up now about that penalty at Singapore. Wrongfully given, might I add.
Pookie crumbles in the last.
I didn't do it wrong, Ricky. There was no rule at the time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
Strap ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to get feisty very quickly.
This is going to get tasty, baby. So riding on board with our race leader. 5-second penalty that will be appealed at the end. I've got no doubts about that.
Can I go and hide behind a pillow somewhere?
You can. We'll keep the tyre graphic up, actually. We'll look behind from our race leader. Try and get as much temperature into those hard tyres as possible. See when he decides to make his move. He's gone late the last 2, but that's mainly because the safety car gave him no option. Through the final corner. Still going slow. A couple of weaves on. Waiting for... There he goes. It's a quality restart again from him. 6/10 across the line. STLR will close up. That's inevitable. It's the soft runners we need to keep an eye on. STLR's gone deep
into the
as well.
back. Charlie's gone deep.
We're going to stay with this battle for the lead. Milosh putting pressure on the Alpine. But is it going to be enough pressure? Dan's got to get those hard tyres up to temperature. That's going to take him a lap at least. How have the 2 behind him done at keeping temperature in the tyres? Yeah. He's doing all right. STLR, poor first sector. Could be crucial.
This is where
soft runners are squabbling
through the slower corners. The softs are tripping over each other. Jack King stuck behind.
Look at Tonka. Tonka's a roadblocking himself. Look at that.
Tonka's just run deep, I think. Pretty sure, yeah.
Kaganis can't get through.
Oh, they're going to be going nearly too wide into that corner. Can't do that. Red Bull run wide. Oh, and the... Oh, and the 2, 3 have been collected.
There won't be a safety car as much as they'll be praying for one.
Oh, no. I'm amazed, by the way, the Aston Martin didn't retire straight from the session as it was. Oh, and Charlie's just been T-boned by... Yeah. This is chaos.
But...
So Jack King...
Tom's in the chat talking about Pookie. He's going to get P9 at the minute, minimum.
Timu!
Meanwhile, STLR still clapped up behind the Mercedes. Why retire in the pits, you fools? Never mind calling Tom McLaren Point City and knackering his friend. You clowns for retiring in the pit lane on the last lap. Just finish the race.
Oh, Bully's going to have him.
Yeah,
side by side.
STLR with a shocking first sector. Absolutely dreadful.
He's drifting. He's going to go around the outside.
He's not got the traction.
Wizard's up to 4th. He's
Shock horror.
Things.
He is. He's in range to take the win here. I'll take Dan's position at least. Never mind Milos and STLR because they've got to get a penalty to take behind the Wizard. But it's a podium on for the Wizard here. Dan's managed to get himself over a second clear. STLR's the tyres have gone on that Alpine. They've absolutely had it.
Here we go then.
Can Milos make a lunge into the final corner? Does he want to go for it?
He's not close enough.
Is 3 points worth it?
If Dan gets the penalty removed, Milos has done his job by distracting the Alpine.
He has. He might still get him here. He's closing all the time. Dan takes the win on track.
Oh,
Milos going for it on the line.
Oh!
Not quite got it. 7/100ths of a second in it. So close there for Milos to take what would have been the win following the penalty. So close, but outstanding either way. Dan drops to P4 on track, having taken the checkered flag first. 5-second penalty for him that could still be removed. It will be appealed. We know it will be. We know.
Thing's getting set in right now.
Yeah, we know full well that penalty is going to get appealed. If it gets removed, he will take the win. But at the moment, STLR will celebrate. He has the result provisionally. Milos in second place, so close to first. But it's those by the barest of margins.
By the barest of all margins.
Yeah, it's those fine margins that make the difference. The Wizard getting up onto the podium in P3, having started P17 after hitting the wall in qualifying and retiring. But Alpine celebrating now. 3 constructors on the podium. When was the last time we had that? When one of them wasn't a Red Bull. I can't remember the last time we had that. So there we have it then. STLR will take the win provisionally with Milos in second and Tuspel in third. They can all be shuffled down one, like we say, if and when Dan appeals that penalty, should it be removed. Jack King came home in P5, JRN P6. Pookie will take 7th place following Tonka and Branimir's retirements late on. If they'd stayed in the session, they would have been ahead of him. They will be classified as a lap down in P8 and P9. Charlie will take the final points in P10, despite being at 2 laps down. P11 for Kaganis. Tiago Torres, P12, had the fastest lap, so no bonus point given out tonight. Pitek 13th, but is officially a DNF. As is the Guru, Tichy, J Supreme, TTV, and .01 from the 18 runners. So as we were late starting, we're not going to do interviews tonight, everybody. Congratulations to STLR. Oh, we've gone straight back in again. Never mind. But congratulations to STLR and Milos and Tuspel, of course, for getting on the podium. Dan, I'm sure, will be having his congratulations sent later on if that penalty is removed, of course. Big if. To remember that. We hope you've all enjoyed the show tonight. If you have, make sure you hit that follow button if you're watching live on Twitch. If you're watching this back later on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Head over to our social media channels. You should be able to find a link tree in the bio of whichever platform you're watching this on. And keep up to date with everything Contest of Speed. If you're watching this and thinking, I can do better than those clowns, join us. Join the community. Again, the link tree, there'll be one in the Twitch chat as well. I'm sure the bot's been putting it in there throughout the stream tonight. Make sure you join the community, complete the sign-up form, join us on track, show us what you've got. Everyone is welcome. There you see.
Not working.
You need a space, I think, in there.
No.
Unless it's the exclamation mark at the front. Someone will put it in the chat. Someone will do it. Ricky will get it. I'm sure he's watching still. But yeah, make sure you join the community. Show us what you've got. We want to see it. See everybody. We don't just race on F1. There we go. Stream elements straight in there for us. Don't just race on F1. We race on iRacing, Gran Turismo, NASCAR Heat 5. Assetto Corsa as well is going to make a comeback. We're going to make that happen this time. It's gonna happen. But you can check out some more F1 races as well around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. We've got AM2 tonight. That's at 2 a.m. in the UK, 3 a.m. Central European, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow you can see Dearest Mattington drive round here and make a fool of himself.
Hi.
So that's 9 p.m. in the UK.
Sweaty.
Yeah, 9 p.m. in the UK, 10 p.m. European. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern, if you want to watch that. And again, tomorrow night as well, 2 a.m. UK, you can watch AM1. And on Thursday, EU1, the real freaks of nature. The ones who you look at and think, how the hell have you done that? They're here on Thursday, 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. Eastern. And you can see and feel completely inadequate about your driving ability. I'll be back next week with Shane, by all luck and judgment, for round 3 from Barcelona. Until then, though, thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you soon. Good night.